All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday and CPI Day. That'll be coming out in 5 minutes. Morning, Jim, Doctor, Todd. Let's see. All right, let's see what this CPI report brings this morning. I'm not even going to really attempt to get any reads yet till after that news comes out. Yeah, the deviations are down again. I've F5'd everything. There's a bunch of other people that's done every step and still can't get the devs today, so they're working on it. So right now I'm just looking at the room chart to see where the devs are. Morning, Vegas. I have F5'd probably over 10 times. The majority, some people are getting them, but the majority of people are not getting them at all right now. So they're working on it. Apex is working on it. And I'm definitely not gonna F5 again right as the CPI comes out. But I did it probably over 10 times for sure. But it's a pretty widespread thing right now. Oh, yeah. It'll take forever. Oftentimes. Morning, John. Yep, let's see where it's going to go from here. Will it try to come back down to where it was trading, or is it just going to be a day going long? Got a nice 5 bar, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bar chop, and we're on the 7th. Here's our run up, chop, 30 tick. Let's see where we go from here. Bouncing on that ZOI there. I don't trust a short just yet, because Simplicity's looking like it wants to go short. I mean, it could make its way back. We know News likes to come back to where it was trading before many times. Not really getting any other signals, though, other than Simplicity. Might get a breakout bar short. I would let it go, though, and shoot for an LRE. That way I know it's actually going short. Now, if it goes long, a good target would be around that 350 area where there's a dev up there, double mini magnets from the 30. Just have to give it a minute and see. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my dynamic magnets and flux levels, just in case. Good morning. It's going to be interesting to see this bar on the 30 tick, if it's going to close up and leave this mini magnet or not. Because if you look left, that's where this I block and mini magnet was. Kind of popped up, went up through it, retraced back, testing that level. It's pretty close to where the dev is, actually, on the 30 tick. Okay, so I left that mini magnet. Yeah, pretty much right above the 0.25 dev. I know you can't see it on my chart. So that's a signal this could push up now, and that'd be a target up there around 350 if we get along. Got a little crash up here on the 10 tick crash. I mean, we still have a couple things to get through, but if it breaks above this area, could go ahead and try to make a run up to that close to 350. It might not go straight up there, but if it goes long. Ooh, it popped up. Popped up, no entry yet. There's an entry. Let's see if we can run up to about 350. Would be my target. Those double mini magnets would be my first target. Or my target, actually. I'd tighten up or probably close out there. All right, my stop is right under those magnets now. Just gonna leave it there. If it knocks me out, great. If not, let's see how far this thing goes. Tighten up some more. Let's see. Tighten up under each order print. I'm going to keep it pretty tight. Look at that go. I'm just chasing. There we go. I'm out. Whew, that was nice. Man. That was about 175 ticks. It's still going, but I was keeping that sucker tight. Talk about a one and done. Nice, nice. Look at that balance now. That was on 5 micros. 5 micros. Well, that made for a good CPI day. Okay, now I'm going to check and make sure all my PAs took that. I believe so. Yep, every single one of my PAs took that trade. 1, 2, 3. Here, let me grab a screenshot. That was sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't had one of those in a little while. Every single one of these, except for my 25K account, is a PA. So that's a nice little one and done right there. 5 micros. Great morning. See, stay patient, and those days will come. Yep. Pretty much, Vegas. Screenshot that. I would not be taking this LRE, by the way. It's pulling back, but keep in mind, that's the thing. Here, let me go here. Keep in mind, so this is a big run up, right? 332. It hit all the way up as high as 392. That's what, 60 points? And we're in the pre-market. So that's a big run. So chances are this pullback right here, I would not, I mean, it might, because it could, this morning could just keep running long all day. But normally I would not expect this to just stop right here and then go up and get you a win. I would expect this to retrace at least down to this area because this was such a big run up. So even if there's no LRE and you have a big run up like that, I mean, look at these big bars, just big run up. I don't want to expect it just to have a little retracement. I would expect it, and see, that's why this would have lost. I would expect it to come way down here in this area and test it. You know, it might stop up here, but that would be my expectation anyways. Nice, Jeremy. Yeah, DFW Golf. Or I'm going to just say Jameson. That was exactly my, here, hold on a second. That's exactly what I said here. I said, if we have this mini magnet right there, push off. That was exactly what I was looking. That was my read. Looking left, and I called this I block mini magnet. It came back and tested that same exact level, and there was the 0.25 dev here. I said, if this closes up, that could be our signal. It's going to push up at least to this target. That'd be my first target. And that's why I don't have a profit target, because you can grab those big trades like this. So my first target was here. Y'all saw how I managed it. It came up. I tightened up, and it just kept pushing. So I just kept trailing, kept trailing. But that was my signal right there. Bam. And it sure enough went. So those are the signals I look for. Man, that was 42 points almost. I got 41 and a quarter. So my day is done. I'll hang on here, though, and kind of, you know, call what I see in the market. Yeah, I'm definitely going to sim. Turn it off. Actually, let me turn off my trade copier right now. First thing. But I'm going to sim, but first I'm taking screenshots because I always screenshot my trades. So here was another thing. If we look at the 50, we had all that chop, right? Breakout. Let's see, where was the breakout bar? Was not there yet, but my entry was at the top of the bar. So then we have this run up, and now we're look for this little chop zone. I would expect this to chop for a little bit. Maybe create another fourth bar. As y'all know, I like the fourth bar chop and then look for breakout. So here we just had it crawled on these flux levels. It didn't come down here, but now it just had this big bar. No entry, right? There's no entry. So now and this is what I mentioned this before. Whenever I'm in a simplicity and it throws up a fresh new I zone, that's when I really tighten up. As you can see, that bar that I got out at is the bar that it laid this new red I zone. So I'd expect this to, I don't expect it to go on another run. It could, but this may still come back down and test this area. It's not given any, I guess, clear signal at the moment, other than we're back in a 50 tick chop. Might get a short, actually. If we got a short, I'm still wouldn't be surprised if market came back down around this 350 area. Because it just blew through. And what do we know? When it blows through things, oftentimes it likes to come back and retest. But, yeah, today's a big day, CPI day, so might not work exactly like that. Yeah, so that might be the only move of the morning. We're just going sideways, so it might not be. It's only 5 till 9, but just, take caution. All right, let's see. It's coming back up to this top. It looks like it's trying right here. See, it came up there once, twice. If it comes back up a third time, it may go. But we'll have to look for, obviously, signals. And right now, there's not any. Yeah, Tony. That's kind of what I look for. Well, let me see. We might get a signal if this bar closes short, this mini magnet. If that stays and this bar closes short, that could make it potentially come back short. Could go away. Okay, went away. But yeah, Tony. So I look for also, that's kind of what I was getting at with this big long run up. Why I was saying maybe around this area, because that's about 50% retracement, right? A lot of times it comes back down at least 50%. It's very common. And then right there, as you mentioned, that's where those double mini magnets were. That's where the 0.5 dev is. That's a good spot for it to retrace back to. It might not, but it might. But just oftentimes a big move, I expect it to come back at least about 50%. I'm not going to hold to that. I'm going to still go off of what I'm seeing on the charts. But that's just kind of my expectation. All right, let's see. Go back here. Yeah, you see it started running up, and this is why, like, you might get some fakes. You gotta watch out for some fakes right now. Still in the this bar chop here. So this is where I really start to try to look for signals, because you can get a lot of fakes. And if I don't get a signal, then that's when I'm going to wait, let it go, and then wait for an LRE. That's just how I try to keep it simple. If I don't have a good signal, then I wait for the LRE. Yeah, it's definitely consolidating again. And see, here's where simplicity looks like, okay, we might be getting along, Fresh eye zone right here. You can see the darker zone. It just laid this paw up here. So it may go, but I'm not getting a clear signal, right? I'm not getting a clear signal. And because of that, I would wait for it to actually go and pull back to this top area and go long. No clear signal on the 30. Now, if it did, see, here's our 50 tick. Now, if it did give a signal long at the close of a breakout bar, then that's a signal for me. Then I could go without anything else. But at the moment, so at 399.25, but then what do we have right there? We have a 400 level. That could be a psychological level because it's a double zero. So just have to take a little extra caution. But if I get no other signal and it hits this 399.25, then maybe I'll hop in. But there's also no clear target in that scenario either. Because if you hop in at 399.25, which would be up here, right? Where's the target? I have none. There's a dev somewhere up there, but I don't have my... Let's see. Where's the dev? We're crawling at the 0.7 dev right now. And I can't see on the room chart either where the 1 dev is, so I have 0 target if it goes long. That's where you have to just trail the solid line. Yes, Jean. That's what I'm looking at, because Paul's and ZOIs is not something that tells me it could push off of. A mini magnet is something that can push off of. So that's why I say, yeah, so that's why I'm pretty much only looking for mini magnets. Like right here was that perfect example, came down right there and then push off. A ZOI is a zone of interest, so that means it could hang around there maybe. A Paul just means it's an area of weakness, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean it'll push from there. It just means it's kind of weak at that spot where that Paul is. And that'd be something more of like a expectation that it won't go past that area, or it might be hard to go past that area. Sometimes it can lead to a market move because, you know, there's no more orders down here under this Paul because it's weak. But a mini magnet is definitely the one that I look for to push off of. Dev 13437. Okay, so that's where the one dev is. Thank you. 437. Okay, so that would be, if this did go long, that would be my target. But like I said, I have no signal. Now look, this could be a SLZ if this bar closes short to the short direction. Star 5 low volume score, ZOI right here. If this bar closes short, we'll get an SLZ. And it has a trapped X box on the 30. So that's a signal that I don't want to go long. And you see Simplicity gave, well, it kind of gave a long here underneath. But the only way I would have taken this long if the entry would have been up here. And we have a wall there too. So it's like, there's no way I was taking that entry. And I would have just waited for an LRE. Yeah, exactly, Joan. Looking left, if it's laying at an exact or right close to another level that it had either a stack or another mini magnet or something else, some OP on it, then it's like, especially in that scenario where it went through it and then came back to it, right? And then laid it on the same level, like here. Because it went through it, came back, higher high up here, played around higher, came back down to it and laid it. And then that's a signal that I like to go for it to push up, and vice versa. All right. So let me make sure. Got my screenshots. Make sure I'm in global sim. There we go. How do you get your sim chart to stay pinned to the top of your Oh, no, that's Rory. That's just the my streaming software. It's not. So I have my what's it called? My simplicity chart. I have each of my charts are on separate monitors. I have 6 monitors. It's just my streaming software overlays it that way. That way y'all can, because I look at the 10 tick so much and the 30 tick, so I'll just flip over to the 30 like that. And then I'll flip over to this. That way y'all can kind of see the simplicity in the corner while you can also see my 10 tick chart. So it's just for the display. And then I'll flip to my simplicity like that. But you can, so like if you wanted to do that, if you go to your chart, right click, you can click always on top, and you can do it that way though, where you can have it overlaid on your 10 tick if you want. All right, so here's another potential. See, if we're looking at simplicity, it's looking like, oh, it might want to go long, it might want to go long, might want to go long, but then look at the 30. Okay, well, I don't know. It's coming right back up to the top again. It might be leaving a mini magnet here. And if this bar closes down, I would not be looking to go long. Because this could tell me, okay, here's our mini magnet up top. It could start pushing back short. If this bar closes down with this setup. We already had an SLZ here with a trapped X box on the 30. Now if we get a trapped X box with a mini magnet right here closed down, then I'd be looking potentially for it to go short. That's only if this bar closes with that setup. If that does not happen, then we are getting close to a breakout bar up here, 399.25. So I'm looking at both scenarios right now. Yeah, Jameson. So I'm building a studio / trading room in my garage, and it's should be done pretty soon. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna have a video of my entire setup, like my monitors, everything all set up when it's all done in there. Because right now I do have, I think I took a picture at some point and posted it. Oh, look at this. Could be getting a Lorex on the 30 tick. So now that's turning into a potential Lorex short. If this closes short at 383.75, I'll be looking for a short. Well, I'm not trading anymore, but I would be. Lorexes on the 30 tick at least go down another 1 to 2 bars on the 30 tick, which that's 15 to 30 ticks. So, unfortunately, though, if it does close short, there's not much. I mean, you could look for a sniper setup, but I would expect it to come down at least to this area, and it might take a run to that 350 that I was mentioning if this closes short with the Lorex. Well, the trapped orders went away, so it might not happen. And then Simplicity did flip back to red, but those trapped orders went away. So, I mean, it very well could just chop the rest of the pre-market. Who knows? Yeah, there's a Lorex indicator. I don't have it on my charts, though, because it's pretty heavy. Nice, Joan. That is so key, is learning how to avoid those fake outs. Because when I first started learning Simplicity, that's what used to kill me. I'd have great days, right? Because everybody can have a great day with Simplicity. But when you start learning how to read the fake outs and start avoiding those fake outs, because that's what kills people when they first start Simplicity. You'll get some good Simplicities, you feel great, and then a day comes where the fake outs come, and you just get crushed. $375. Yeah, I like that down there as a first target for sure. I would expect a potential run to 350, but as I, just like on my trade I took, I have my first target, tighten up, second target, tighten up. And in that case of the trade I took this morning, it just kept running. So I didn't want to, I just kept chasing. Yep, that's exactly what happened to me too, Joan. That happened to me before, because I think it was a stretch of like 2 weeks where simplicity, I mean, you almost couldn't lose. And I was feeling great, right? So it's like, ooh, man, every day, win, 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 simplicity. I was like, this simplicity thing is simple. And then, bam, here comes the fake out days. And I just blew it. And I was like, oh, okay. It's not that simple. It is, but it's not. All right, we got a breakout bar. Oops. Right there. Hit that 399. Got a breakout bar. There's no other signal right now, but there is that breakout bar, like I said. But we don't have an entry. Yeah, Jeff, I got a beautiful, beautiful simplicity run. It was amazing. Let me scroll back for you. Right here, I was waiting for this breakout bar. Or there was a couple signals from the 30 tick, but I hopped in here, got out there for 165 ticks. It was sweet. Yep. All right, there's still no entry. Still no simplicity entry. Now we have both angled up. Right here, if the bar breaks this high, that'd be an entry. And I believe, what was it? 447 was the dev. 437. So we have a couple walls up here. 437 was the dev. So still no entry though. Yeah, that's what I was saying a little bit earlier. That you have to be careful if it does go up to that 399.25 is what I was looking at. That 400 is a psychological level, 00, that it could, could stall there, could chop there. And as you see, it's having trouble. But there was never an entry, so you should have never been in anything here. We had the breakout bar on the 50 tick. And then you that's where you could have looked for an entry, but it never gave one. See, both are angled up here. Next bar never broke the high. They're not angled up there. They're both angled up here. Next bar never broke the high. Both angled up here. This bar didn't break the high, so it never gave an entry. Yep, that's fakey for sure. But there was never an entry either. So now it's coming back down. But I have no signal to go short either. Nothing on the 30. And if you look at the 50, we're just right back down, maybe starting a new chop box. So got to be careful with that. This is where I would let it go and look for an LRE if this does go short. Because see, it's looking like there's still no entry. Both are angled down here. Bar didn't go break the low. Both are angling down. We may get a short on the next bar. Both are angled down. Brand new eye zone, this green one, but there is a short now. But like I said, there's no real signal. And it was at the bottom of this new potential chop box. So I would wait and look for an LRE. Also on the 30 tick, it is building up a lot of HD as well. So just got to be aware of that. So many reasons why I wouldn't have taken the short and waited for an LRE. But also it could have just been rejecting at 400 and start making its way down. So yeah. This would be a great time to just wait, let it go a little bit, and wait for an LRE. Thanks, Vegas. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. And here's that first area that we pointed out, that 375 area. Now, since I wouldn't be in this simplicity, what I would wait for is to see if this breaks this stuff down here and then pulls back and take a short off of this area. Because if it breaks this, more than likely it's going to head down to 350. But I would look for it to break that, pull back, test this area, and then go short. I don't know that I like an LRE here. I do like it's a fresh ZOI. But what I don't really like is the 30 tick where we're at. Because it's not really a bottom, but it's kind of in the middle of this here. Now we're only 10 minutes to the open as well. Yeah, Tony. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Got that great one and done today. So, hope everybody has a great day. And let's see. There's no more real news to watch out for the morning session. So, but just, as usual, have patience and trade well. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.